Welcome. My name is Matt, and on this channel we talk about stocks, trading, and investing. Today, I will specifically be focusing on NIO because we're really not seeing the follow through that I expected from the NIO Day event. In this video, I will be sharing the details of my newest NIO position, and then I will be doing a full technical breakdown of the stock. I'll be mapping out the key price levels that will be in play over the next few trading days. But before I get into all of that, if you enjoy this type of stock market content, don't forget to join the Moon Gang by hitting the subscribe button. My goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of January, and your help with that would be truly appreciated. Also, if you want free stocks, make sure to check out those links to both Webull and Robinhood in the description of this video. And now that I got all of that out of the way, let's get started. Alrighty, you know me, I try to be as transparent as I possibly can, so let's hop right into the details of my new NIO position, or should I better say, NIO predicament. Of course, NIO trades on the ticker NIO, and the stock is currently just below $61 per share. Here is my new position on the stock. It is 5 call options, but before we hop into this, let's rewind a bit so I can give you a better foundation. As a quick side note, if you use Robinhood, you can see your history involving a stock by scrolling down and then simply clicking on Show More. So heading into the weekend that was the NIO Day event, I owned 5 call options with a strike price of $56 and they expired on January 15th. The premium that I paid per contract was $3, which means that the position as a whole cost me $1,500 to make. Then, fast forward to Monday, the NIO Day event was a success and the stock gapped up, but there really wasn't much follow through and I didn't quite like the action that I was seeing, so I sold all those options in 2 separate chunks. The first chunk was at $8.75 and that was 2 of them, and then the second chunk was 3 of them and that was at $8.10 a pop. So if you do the math on all of this, that means that I profited $2,680, but I really wouldn't call it a profit because right away I took that money and rolled it into another NIO position. This time the strike price was $75, the expiration date was February 19th, and the premium that I paid per contract was $5.50, which means that the position as a total cost me $2,745. The reason I did this was because I really didn't like the action I was seeing on Monday after the NIO Day event, but my gut still told me to be bullish. Now, I don't know if I'm being a bit too optimistic or what's going on, because as of right now, the position is down over $1,000. Do you think that I should cut these losses or ride it out because this is just a momentary decline? I would truly love to get your feedback in a comment below. In the meantime though, let's check out what's going on in the charts. Okie dokie, the stock market just entered Power Hour, and NIO's really not having the best day. It's down 2.3%, and don't forget that you can help it out by dropping a like. All jokes aside, the support really does help out this channel. Anyway, NIO is trading just below $61, and yes, it has had a few red days, but I don't want you to lose sight of the bigger picture. Thus far in 2021, it's up almost 25%, which is very good. This is the current technical situation that NIO stock is in. For those of you who are new to the channel, here's a quick recap of what's been going on. NIO has been publicly traded since 2018, and it really came onto people's radar in June of 2020, and for quite a while it was following this white trend line, and then in October, when the rest of the overall market, and specifically the EV sector, was struggling, NIO actually had a gap up and technical breakout and posted a new relative high just below $30, and then it came down, reaffirmed this trend line, and from there it was off to the races. The first major hiccup came on November 13th, and this is when Citron Research came out with some bearish tweets about the company, but I really wouldn't worry about that because they've also said negative things about Tesla and Nvidia, and look at where those stocks are at now. Anyway, support was eventually found at $45, and then the stock bounced all the way up to its last all-time high of $57.20. From there, the stock did sell off, and support was eventually found at $38, which is exactly where NIO bounced on November 9th. From there, we had a small bounce, and then the stock actually undershot that support again at 38 and rallied all the way up to 49.40, and we saw the formation of this triangle, which is also referred to as a bullish pennant because they commonly break upwards, and that's exactly what we saw in NIO. Following this breakout, we did see NIO struggle a bit just below $50, which makes sense because it's exactly where it was rejected 3 times before, and then this was followed by the bulls pushing it higher, and the bulls and bears battled it out for 4 days at 54.20, which is where the stock was rejected on November 13th. But then we had the NIO Day event, and the stock gapped up and made its current all-time high of $66.99. Since then, the stock has slightly been selling off. I think it's better called consolidation, but the main technical development that I just need to bring to your attention is going on in the RSI. If you look at the last all-time high of 57.20 and now the current all-time high just below 67, the stock has clearly gone up, but the RSI hasn't. This is referred to as bearish divergence, and it means that there's less buying strength here than there was here, and it's commonly indicative of a future decline or consolidation. Now, to be completely fair, no technical indicator is perfect, and there's also no rules on how long this consolidation/decline has to last. I'm just worried at the moment because the last time we saw this was from November 13th up until November 24th. The stock went higher, the RSI didn't, and the sell-off was a bit of a considerable one. Now, I'm in no way saying that this has to happen again, but there is a chance that it could. Obviously, I don't want it to because I own those 5 call options, and I would much rather prefer that a new support is found somewhere between $56 and $60, and then that will allow the RSI a chance to cool off, and from there, once a foundation is built, the stock can shoot higher and not only post a new all-time high, but we very much want it to bring the RSI with it to get rid of this bearish divergence setup. I don't know if traders and investors are concerned about NIO raising money through those convertible bonds, but all I really know is that the NIO Day event was an absolute blockbuster, and I expected quite a bit more. Hopefully eventually there is follow-through, and now to get a better idea of what NIO might do over the next couple trading days, let's see what's going on in the 4-hour chart. If I'm being completely honest, this particular time frame makes me much more confident in my bullish position on NIO. From late October up until mid-November, NIO was in this upward channel, which is also referred to as a bear flag, and that's because they commonly break downwards. There's a good chance that this one was particularly prompted by those negative tweets from Citron, but it really didn't matter because a new support was found at $45, and from there, NIO rallied all the way up to just below 58. From there, the stock did sell off in this downward channel, which is referred to as a bull flag, and that's because they commonly break upward. We saw that action play out in NIO, but this one was kind of weird because after the breakout, the stock just rode the top of this trend line all the way down to an undershoot of 38. From there, NIO did bounce, and we saw the formation of this triangle, which is called a bullish pennant, and that's because they commonly break upwards, and we saw that take place right at the end of the year. If you fast forward a bit, the stock did push higher, and this was mainly because of the excitement surrounding the NIO Day event, and then after the NIO Day event, the stock gapped up and had a new all-time high just below 67. Since then, the stock has been selling off, so why in the world am I saying that I'm excited about my position? Well, that's twofold. First, on this time frame, there is no bearish divergence in the RSI. As you can see on this spike up to the current all-time high, the RSI was higher than all of the previous spikes, hence there's no bearish divergence. And second, this is the third bullish pennant, as in triangle, that we've seen. And the last 2 times we saw that, the stock did break upward, so I really wouldn't be surprised if we saw that on time number 3. Obviously, I can't tell the future, so there's no guarantee that the scenario will play out this way. I'm just using the past patterns as some form of blueprint and mapping it onto what should happen now. I'm also looking for support to be found somewhere between 58 and 59, and from there, I'm looking for a test of this white trend line and then eventually a breakout. If this bullish situation does come to fruition, I would recommend paying attention to 46 followed by 47 for points of resistance. And on the other hand, if I am completely wrong, look for support to be found at the bottom end of this trend line, and then that would be followed by 54.20. As things currently stand, my personal recommendation moving forward would be to pay close attention to NIO filling out this new triangle, because eventually it will break, whether that's up or down, but it'll give us a better idea of the next major move in NIO stock price. Also, make sure that you're watching for any divergent setups in the RSI. Now, I'm in no way saying that this will happen soon or perhaps at all, but if in some weird way NIO were to retrace all the way back down to this support at $50, that would be an excellent investment opportunity. Once again, I'm not saying that this has to happen, but if it does, you can bet that I'll be buying as many shares as I possibly can. I would truly love to get your thoughts on NIO. Personally, I thought there would be much more follow through in the stock following the NIO Day event, but clearly I was wrong. Do you think that the stock is about to drop, or do you think that this is just a small period of consolidation and we're about to see a new all-time high? Let me know in a comment below. As a quick reminder, if you want 5 free stocks, make sure you check out those links to both Webull and Robinhood. The promotional deal will be ending on January 15th. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like. And if you haven't already, don't forget to join the Moon Gang by hitting the subscribe button. I really appreciate you spending a portion of your day with me. Thanks for watching, and until next time, best of luck in the markets.